Hey, my name's Josh, owner of 20, and I still plan on beating Michael Jordan 1-on-1 and Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match. So a little bit about me. I am owner of 20, a business strategy company focused on growing past perfection. And when I say that, I mean a lot of people in my career have always had this idea of perfection and being a perfectionist, and I'm completely against it. I am more goal oriented due to my background in sales and marketing, and the reason why is because I believe in setting smart goals, setting goals for yourself, achievable goals, so you don't get burnt out and you always grow. I think that sometimes when you're striving for perfection, you have this idea of being a finished product, and that is very unrealistic. And and being in sales, I always strove to be the best that I can be, and it didn't matter how much I generated. It was always more I can do, and I never wanted to limit myself. So that's the reason why 20 is focused on growing past perfection, is because we just look at just continuous growth. So yeah, that's about my company. That's a little bit about me. We also are partners in the Art Gallery brand. Um, you know, Art Gallery brand has actually helped me personally in my life, because I think I've been a client for 20 years. Maybe is that right? Maybe like 20 years. And I will say, uh, okay, let me give you the backstory. So I originally did not want to be a client. That's the and it's funny because I have this joke with me and Mike all day. Joke about this. And so long story short, I started off. It was at PhD barbershop in Bellwood, I believe, and I was brought by my uncle Orlando, cousin O, and at the time he was getting cut by, I believe his name is Derek, and my uncle was getting cut by a guy named Erskine. And so they were building these two people up, and my uncle was telling me, "Hey, you gonna get cut by Derek?" So I'm like, "Oh yeah." This is like, keep in mind, I've been getting my hair cut by my father for like ever. So like, this is, I mean, granted, I went to Skip first, so I got cut, but then after that, my father just started cutting my hair and give me bowl cuts, all the crazy horror stories. And so best believe at this time when my uncle's like, "Hey, you gonna get cut by Derek? You gonna go every other week, 2 weeks, whatever." I'm sitting here excited because I'm not gonna look crazy anymore. So as they building Derek up, I'm like, man, I start seeing like my cousin and my little cousin Olin, they go get cut by Mike. So I'm like, oh no, oh no, they been. I don't want to. Mike was in the back at the time, so I'm like, I don't want to get cut by that guy. And the crazy part is, um, it was just like Derek just got finished with his last person. And I was up, so I was like, okay, I finally get cut by Derek. Like the cut, keep in mind, get bowl cuts in my whole life, so it didn't matter to me. And I'm sitting there excited, ready to go. Very next week or week after, whatever. Next week after, I think he could, like, to be honest, he completely disappeared. I texted him, called him, didn't answer. I was like, what's going on? So then my uncle was like, hey, you could just get cut by Mike. I'm sitting here like really like upset. Now this is years. Now keep in mind, this is years of me getting butchered by my father. Granted, I love you, Dad, but my haircut was just all out of whack for years. And now I finally get to go to a barber consistently, and now he's gone. So then I'm like, I'm just kind of like, my mood's down, energy levels are down, and it was just whatever. I was just like, okay, whatever. So then fast forward up to now, 20 years later, I actually did like the cut. I liked it 10 times better, and I grew a relationship with Mike where over the years it was more of a brotherhood, where he just dropped gems all the time, man. It was more than just a haircut. It was, constantly learning I don't have to always have a job, about entrepreneurship, about finance, and so many different things. Even when it comes to colognes, products, it really just opened my horizon being in this barbershop and with Mike over the years. That I don't feel like I personally would have got at a normal barbershop. And that's just because of the uniqueness of what the art gallery bring to my life. And I have to say it is a great deal of, my entrepreneurial journey with 2-0 and where I'm at right now. So, that's the backstory. And, I always like to show appreciation for the art galleries, considering that, I loved it so much. I wanted to become a partner in it. So, I have to say thanks, Mike, for having this partnership with me, and we're gonna really grow this. I really believe we have something special. Mike is a special individual. If you know him, you just know it's not a man of many words, but you know you get to know him, and he's a character. I'm just gonna say he's a person that you don't expect to have a couple jokes, and he's a person that is really down to earth and is like a therapist to many people. So I will say he's a unique individual, and I'm glad that this partnership and Art Gallery 2-0 have this partnership for real. Um, getting to like the logistics of the partnership, I can't give you the sauce on how I did land it, because Mike did let me know over the years. Like it was a lot of no's from Mike. I'm not gonna lie. Like he at one point he did kind of throw it out there like, hey, would you like to be a part of this? And I was really pushing some money at the time. I'm like, my head, I'm like, nah, I'm good, whatever. And I think that was like a spark for Mike where he like, okay, I'm gonna show him. And then I think after that, I think for like 3 years he was just turning me down, like, nah, I'm good. And I was just like, man, like crazy. I felt like, man, I had to really think outside of the box and really go down to my roots to, see how I can show Mike that I can bring value to this and how we can grow this to the masses. And not saying Mike is a person that really doesn't need clients. This is more about growing the art gallery brand so everybody can experience this. Other business professionals, other ethnic groups, other even a female community where everybody can have an experience, and where this is a comfortable spot for business professionals, everyday entrepreneurs, or just the younger generation where they can have something to look up to. A group of adults in Chicago, more so, look up to, where it's not so negative. It's really good parts in the state of Illinois. Other than Chicago, we got Oak Brook, we got Lombard, we got Bellwood, Maywood. I mean, even out south and up north, like it's so out west, it's so many different places that we want to touch that shows the value of Illinois, but it's a lot of hidden gems. So we really want to be a part of that experience and showing the world it's more than what you hear. And yeah, but getting back to the story, I really had to think outside of the box on this, and it's such a crazy thing to think that we started this partnership and moving, because I think I was like this was like my last straw. I was like, okay, if Mike don't bite at this, I'm just gonna whatever, right? What I did in this is I started. I stopped just asking my, hey, can I, can we work together, this and that, and I just started asking questions. I went back to my roots of sales and just started asking questions, seeing what he needed at the time, and seeing, hey, what is it that we can do? What is it that your goal is? And he started talking about this, that, whatever and the third. I'm not going to give you guys our trade secrets, but he started like throwing out some things that he wanted to really do with the brand. And so I took that and, I started doing the work. And I was like, okay, I started putting together my presentation, putting together marketing strategies, putting together, a package that he can see instead of just words. And I think I booked a haircut, and it's so funny. I booked a haircut. He It was on a Tuesday, I think, and my day is Thursdays. You know, shout out to the Thursday night crew, Mike, Woo, Ralph, all of y'all, Dion. You know, we miss you. You know, so shout out to the Thursday night crew. But um, he was a little bit caught off guard, so I just I finished everything like literally the night before, and come Tuesday, we're like, he comes in, gets his like drink and everything. I'm like, take a seat. I had his favorite drink, and he was just so shocked, so shocked. Like, I should have took a picture of that so y'all could see, you know, how much if you invest in somebody first, and you show, you know, you really care, you know, how people, you know, really reciprocate that. And that's what I think was the most uniqueness in this partnership. Because I didn't have the most money, I wasn't the most experienced, but I think the quality that I brought is the willingness to, you know, go that extra mile. And I think that Mike goes that extra mile, so that's how we connected. He goes that extra mile with each and every client, and I feel like I went that extra mile in showing like I really wanted that partnership, because I thought we could grow something together. So that's how we started the partnership, and now, you know, I'm sure you guys see some, most if not all have seen the new suite. A lot of the new services that we're bringing, with the sneaker restorations to the subscription packages, the product subscription packages that we're launching, adding additional team members. It's so much that we're adding to this brand that, you know, this is literally 10% of what we all, like the Art Gallery brand and 2.0 are planning to grow. So stay tuned. You guys don't realize that each and every day we're striving to create that better experience for you, and just create, not, and it's just more than just a haircut. So when I say create that experience for you, just create that experience where if you're in the entrepreneurial space, or you're struggling on, you know, wanting to do a podcast, you know, creating that space for you so you can have something in the barbershop where you can record your podcast, where you got state-of-the-art studio equipment, you got, you know, the best photographer, Ed, Mike Jr. He's super talented. That kid doesn't even know how great he is. So, you know, the value that you're getting is just so many different amenities that we're, you know, bringing on. And it's not that we want to bring everything on at once. We really want to make it digestible, so where you understand it's a process behind everything, and we just want to keep adding on to the experience that you gain from here. So, you know, really appreciate, you know, each one of you, and, you know, the experience that and the role that you guys have taken with us over these years. I've been a part of it myself by being a client. I'm still a client to this day. Still pay my dues and everything, because I'm a firm believer of, you know, you always pay for people's time, and you show respect and you get respect. So, you know, I really want to say thank you, and I appreciate Mike and everyone else for this opportunity. And, you know, just stay tuned. You guys are gonna be in for a rude awakening. You guys are really gonna see how big this brand is gonna grow.
If you can say something about looking forward, something about being able to see more interviews of clients and other entrepreneurs and business people around the city, around throughout Chicagoland, to show a different side of Chicago other than what people normally see on the news.
Cool. You wanna do it? So one thing that our gallery is bringing, and I really want to stress this, I touched on it earlier, is creating, you know, a podcast. It doesn't have a name yet, so we're gonna let you guys suggest that, because I thought of some corny names, and Mike just was like, so like, okay, all right, so you guys, you know, pick the podcast. But we really want to cater it to just showing the support of the state of Illinois, the city of Chicago, Oak Brook, where we're located, interviewing our current clients, so you can really start seeing how normal everyday people interact with each other, and how much a haircut, is intricate to a everyday person's lifestyle. Whether they're a VP or CEO of a company, to an entrepreneur, to going on Prime or a special event of some sort. We really want to show that aspect to everything, and really show the support to the other entrepreneur out there that are grinding all day. And so we really want to create an interview style where we're connecting with so many different types of people, individuals of different backgrounds, to show you the beauty in Chicago. Like, it's like, what drives me crazy is that I would see, I would go out of town, right, to like Texas, to New Orleans, to California, wherever, and everybody loves us. Like, don't get like, not like bragging or anything, but everybody loves you when you say you from Chicago. Like, when I was playing back in the day, all I had to do was just say I'm from Chicago. Oh, when I say they flock to you, it's like people just naturally flock to you, and but then in the very next sentence, like, hey, you should visit. It's like this cold face, like, oh, nah, y'all crazy. And I'm not like hood type of guy. Like, I don't get into fights, or granted, I just hold my own and think else it. But I mean, I'm not a person that goes looking for trouble, and there's so many people that can relate to that. There's so many people from Chicago that, like, growing up, that I just like like even like I'm a weekend Southsider baby. So, if for those of you who don't know, I primarily grew up in Westchester, and on the weekends, I was outside with my grandmother's house. A lot of you guys just want to claim you from outside, and a lot like from like a rural neighborhood, like it's some like weird thing to be from a nice area, but no, like, I'm a weekend Southsider baby, and even being out there on the weekend, sometimes being out there for weeks on end, it didn't matter. I got in more trouble in Westchester because I was here every day. Like, you just have more opportunities to get in trouble. All the times out there, I stayed out there for summers, years, and even when I was younger, back and forth, I've never got into any type of like life endangerment, like, and that's because sometimes it's all about, if you're not looking for trouble, it's not gonna find you. And I think what the world perceives is that Chicago is just this dangerous area where it's like, no, not really. It's a lot of great spots out south. It's a lot of great spots up north, out west. We got food on lock. Like, no other place other than maybe New Orleans could compete with us. But everywhere else is trash, and we like the mecca of food. Like, no, New York, y'all leave y'all little pizza or whatever. We'll take care of it on our end. I don't know what y'all call that, but it's not. It's pizza bread. It's like, it's not pizza. It's not like we got some, like, yeah, we got what's the capital of Italy, like Sicily. We got born Sicilians over here. Like, we got the real deal. So, like, when I say we got pizza on lot, we got jerk on lot, we got chicken on lot, soul food on lot, Cajun boil, seafood boils, whatever you want to call it. Everything on lock. Everything's on lock in Chicago, and a lot of people need to experience that, and they just don't because of the riffraff that the media tells you. But it's a lot of great people. Like, for example, it's this cat. His name is Xavier Miller. Great entrepreneur. I mean, I think he's in Dallas, Texas right now, but great individual. I went to school with him, and didn't know him like a day to day personally, but just in our few interactions, he's always a chill dude. And I think he's in Texas doing this thing on the cryptocurrency, doing this thing on just being an entrepreneur in general. Like, he's doing this thing, and he came from here. I mean, to my knowledge, I mean, I went to school with him, but You know, it's just like people like that. Like, fun fact, like I found out Mike, I never can pronounce his name, but Duke's Coast Mike, Krzyzewski, Mike Krzyzewski, is that? Like, I don't know how to pronounce this dude's name, but Duke's head basketball coach came from Chicago. Like, that's the craziest thing. You never hear him say this, but he came from Chicago, and a lot of great people come from Chicago that are just doing their own thing, doing like really world changing things. You know, so shout out to those people, and we really want to show the entrepreneurs in Chicago, you know, just the world more of a Chicago's okay to come to and visit. It's okay to come and just for a weekend or a week, other than just business trips or just any just to visit family. Like, Chicago is a place you really want to come to and enjoy, and we really want to show the beauty in Chicago and how Chicago isn't all violent. You know, it has violent areas, but if you, like I said, if you're not looking for trouble, it's not gonna find you. You know, and I'm not gonna say it's not gonna find you. Matter of fact, let me back away. You have a less likely chance of finding trouble if you're not looking for it. Let's say that. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited, you know, to get into these interviews with entrepreneurs from Chicago, visiting Chicago, whatever. Our clients, you know, just showing you the experience that the art gallery is looking to broadcast to the world. And, you know, that's really our main focus. We really want to show, you know, all of our clients, you know, how we have the best clients in the world. And we also want to show the beauty of Chicago and how individuals come from Chicago that are actual good people. I said that all the way wrong. I need some water. Let me clap on that. But, God, Mike, you were supposed to cut it. Yeah, no, so, yeah, I really butchered that last sentence. I want to take a moment to, like, laugh at myself. I laugh at myself sometimes because I really be messing up, fumbling words. But it's okay, because I'm not perfect, and that's what 2-0 is about. Not being perfect. But yeah, we really want to show the beauty in the state of Illinois, Chicago. We're located in Oak Brook and Phoenix Salons, and we really want to showcase the beauties and hidden gems of the state of Illinois. So yeah, that's what we're about in this podcast that you guys will name, because I'm just the corniest dude in the world and I can't think of creative names. And yeah, I mean, that's really it. You know, on that, I really want to show you guys the hidden gems, and we'll be doing like even live interviews at restaurants, shows. You know, just so I mean, hopefully, you know, if they don't kick us out or anything. But yeah, for real, like, really want to show you guys that experience. Welcome to the Imperfected podcast. Like, share, subscribe to all social media platforms, especially Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Follow us at Art Gallery Image Studio. See, it's right there. And yeah, we're a bunch of individuals that interview imperfect people. And so that's what we want to focus on, but we're always growing. You know, we have a growth mindset and not perfected. So like, share, subscribe, and we'll talk soon. Mike turned down that name. So this is just episode 1 of your whatever it is podcast.